28. The second batter, number 6, Christian Velas. Third batter, number 14, Hrvoje Jerbič. The fourth batter, number 2, Domago Jerbič. The fifth batter, number 19, Daniel Antelovič. The sixth batter, number 3, Luka Hektič. The seventh batter, number 18, Juraj Sinkovič. The eighth batter, number 5, Marko Ivančić. Ninth batter, number 12, Ivan Beriš. On the flex, number 8, Ivan Balen. On the bench, Mirza Juhovic. Number 13, Matija Valen. Number 10, Dario Gustin. Number 11, Denis Koštic. Number 23, Ivan Stojanovic. Number 25, Martin Kovač. Number 20, Damir Mandic. The staff, Bektic Luka and Denis Vlasev. Now the umpires at the home plate, David Hurley. The first base, Diego Vitale. And the third base, Branislav Susila. Now ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the national anthems.
Ajmo obranu uzeti stvari!
So we're ready for the game for 7th place at the 2018 European Softball Championship between Germany and Croatia. The Croats the home team of this game. Germans will be batting first. You see the Croats right there. This will be the last game of the tournament for both of these teams, who were playing in the D group, and we're taking a look at the Croatian defense right now.
Well, first of all, what a day for baseball, softball, Derek. We had a brilliant day yesterday, and it looks like it's going to continue. It's a little bit more breezy today, so maybe that'll come into play, but right now it's just not a cloud in the sky. Great day for softball.
We can see there Well, we saw there for a moment the pitcher, the starting pitcher for Croatia warming up, Christian Belas.
Well, Belas has pitched his share during this tournament. He comes in to this game with a 3.82 ERA, 22 hits in 22 innings pitched, and hitters are hitting at a 268 clip against him. So they're going to start with Belas, and he looks, the second pitcher, as far as workload is concerned, has only pitched 8 innings. So they've really, Belas has been their go-to guy during this tournament.
Well, I'd imagine they'll keep with him as long as they can this game. This is their last game of the tournament. They'll just go all out for the win this one. Nothing to save for tomorrow.
Looking through their march through the tournament, 2 losses to start, losing to Israel and Denmark 8-0, 9-0. Then they started winning against Slovakia 9-2, lost to the Netherlands 8-9. Well, that's a surprising score because we saw how tough the Netherlands can be. And then 4 straight wins, starting with over Sweden and ending with their latest win over this German team, 14-5 the last time they played.
So we see Matthäus Schmidt stepping in, the first batter for Germany, and he takes a strike at the knees, the first pitch. High 1-1.
Schmidt's been up 12 times this tournament, and he's got 6 hits, hitting at 500. 1 home run, 7 RBIs. He's tied with a team lead with 1 home run.
So far, Schmidt has looked at 3 pitches. He's got a 2-1 count. Pops it up, out of play, 2-2.
Big cut on that offering.
So the count now full to the first batter of the game, Schmidt, the shortstop for Germany.
Belas going to his changeup there, well out of the strike zone, seeing if he can get Schmidt to flail at it.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Belas strikes out the first batter of the game.
Nice sequence there from Belas, comes back with a fastball, up or out part of the plate. Gets his first out of the morning.
And Matura, the first ball he hits it hard down the right field line, but foul.
Matura coming in at 308 this tournament. He's been up 13 times with 4 hits, 2 extra base hits, and 3 RBIs.
Takes a big cut at that rising pitch. 0-2, quickly behind.
Belas working the plate well in the beginning here, in and out, up. We're not seeing the same pitch twice.
One and 2. Matura doesn't chase another high pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 2 batters and 2 strikeouts for Belas.
Good start here with Belas. Derek, he's not as physically imposing as we've seen during this tournament, but if the start indicates he's a pitcher who likes to use all sides of the plate, up and down, really keep the batter guessing.
The number 3 hitter for Germany is the catcher Felix Schwan, and he hits a ground ball to second base. Over to first just in time for the out. That was Balin, the second baseman, making the play for Croatia. So 1-2-3, down go the Germans in the top half of the first. Croatia coming to bat in the bottom of the inning.
Trčiš na toj poziciji, da. Ej, jeste čuli, jeste skožili lajna? Sorry, onda bio... Nisam čisto, ali najavio jeste koje kaj. Jora je na 7. nakon neke. Marko je na 8. i Špeko je na 9. Znači to su bile jedine promjene na lajnu. Čuli, znači Špeko je na 9, Marko je na 8, Jora na 7. Vamo odmah do Marka.
Well, we're getting a look there at the German defense. And the starting pitcher for them, Wolfgang Walter.
Well, no surprise here. Walter has pitched the lion's share of the innings here for the German team, 18 innings. Has a record of 3-0, 3 wins, no losses. He has given up 15 walks, has struck out 15, and has given up 3 home runs. Hitters hitting .221 against him.
He looks like a Wolfgang, too.
He's got that Wolfgang beard.
The first batter of the game for Croatia is Matej Kamensky, left fielder.
Kamensky hitting 200 in this tournament, 3 hits and 15 at-bats. But he's getting on base at a 478 clip.
And Walter hits the corner there, 1-1.
Nice change of speeds there for strike 2. We see the wind blowing out towards right today.
Chases a pitch in the dirt for strike 3. So we've yet to see a batter reach base in this game, and Balin had 2 strikeouts in the top half of the first. Now Walter strikes out his first batter. Christian Bellas, in fact the Croatian pitcher, is now the batter for his team. He takes high, ball 1.
Bellas hitting .538 this tournament. 7 hits and 13 at-bats.
Ground ball up the middle, and that's going to go into center field for a base hit. So the first base runner in the first hit of the game, he's going for 2. Catching the German defense a little bit casual on that play, as that was the center fielder Holtsports there, who was a little bit slow getting to that ball. Bellas saw that and took off for second base.
Well, nice read on that ball. Hit deep enough in the outfield. We know that Holtsports is a left-handed fielder, so should have a strong throw from that side, but Bellas just not stopping and taking the chance to get to second base.
Well, in fact, he stood up second base. There was not even a play there.
Yeah.
As Hrvoje Jerbic, one of two Jerbic is on this team, is now the batter for Croatia with a runner in scoring position and one out.
Well, this is one of their main guns. He's got.
Now off goes Bellas to third base. He sees that pitch in the dirt. Throw down to third. Bellas stands up at third base.
Hrvoje Jerbic hitting at .636, 2 home runs.
And he swings at a low pitch. 1-2 the count. The number 3 hitter Jerbic with a good opportunity here to drive in a run. Outside 2-2.
That was very close, too close to take. Walter wanted that.
From the overhead view, though, it was clearly off the plate. And that was outside as well, and he chased it.
Big strikeouts there for Walter. 2 outs now and the runner on third.
Now the other Jerbic, the team catcher, Domagoj Jerbic.
Domagoj hitting .385. 5 hits and 13 at bats.
Fouls the first pitch off. Pops it up. Is it going to get out of play? It doesn't look like it. Oh, but third baseman Svechel got under it and couldn't hang on. I don't know if the wind was a factor there or if the ball just moved around a bit.
It may have been a factor. It seemed like he thought that the ball was coming closer to the dugout. Perhaps didn't know how much space he had, but definitely a catchable ball there, and we'll see if this will have an impact on the early stages of the game.
We're getting another look at it now. He overran it a little bit. Those can be tricky plays, especially if you're not familiar with the field. But it doesn't turn out to cost the Germans as Walter gets the strikeout to end the inning. So Bellas, in an attempt to help his own cause, got on base, got to third base, but gets no further.
Playo.tv, live broadcasting.
Event number 8, broadcasting all sports.
We see Christian Bellas, who has the only hit of this game and got to third base, back for another inning of work.
Well, the Croatians had a really good chance to score there. Bellas in scoring position with their big guns coming up, the Yerbich boys, but unable to push that run across.
So Korsten Holtsports, the center fielder. We saw him defensively there, going perhaps a little too casually, fielding a single into center field, and ended up with the guy he's batting against now, Bellas, getting to second base.
Well, Holtsports, despite his 176 average this tournament, he's been getting on base at a 417 clip and has 7 walks, so
well,
he knows how to work the count.
The fact that he's batting fourth on the team has to tell you that the coaching staff of this team, German team, expects him to be able to produce. Or he takes a strike 3-1.
He does have 1 home run.
As he takes a walk, the first base runner for the Germans.
Well, you won't get him swinging at bad pitches, that's for sure.
Jonas Habicht is now the batter for Germany, second baseman. And he takes a called strike.
Habicht only 1 for 13 this tournament, but he's also taken his walks. He's got 7 walks, getting on base at 400 clip.
And he hits that one hard to left field, but way foul and out of play. That one had close to the necessary distance to get out of the park, though.
Just a little bit early on that changeup.
So we can see we have some power in the number 5 slot in the German batting lineup.
Let's see what Bellas comes with.
That's low, and Holtsports goes down to second base. So the Germans now with a runner in scoring position and nobody out. Low 2-2.
Oh, we see the discipline of the German hitters. It seems like from their stats that they do have the strength of drawing walks if necessary.
And called strike 3, a big strikeout for Bellas. Not totally out of the woods yet, although you get the feeling that Habicht was a player that they would like to have up to bat with a runner in scoring position. It now moves to the number 6 hitter, Stefan Kebler. And he hits a ground ball just foul beyond third base.
Kessler's had a similar series, 3 hits and 16 at bats, but also been on base at a 350 clip.
Is it Kessler?
I have it as Kessler in the stats.
I guess it is that double S, which becomes that thing that looks like a B in the handwritten lineup that I've got. And anyway, Bellas now ahead 0-2 already, looking for another strikeout. He has 3 already in the game. Popped up, looks like a center fielder to Sinkovic, makes the catch, tagging at second base and going to third base is Holtsports. So like Croatia in the last inning, the Germans now have a runner on third base with 2 out.
That nice drive there by Kessler to right center, just got it under a little bit. Throwing all the way to third. That was a risky throw. If it gets by, then the runner's going to go home. So a little bit of a miss at the cutoff man at shortstop. No chance of getting the runner at third.
Well, it looked like Sinkovic in center field. Before he caught it, he was already thinking about throwing to third base. I'm not sure he had much of a chance to throw at that runner, though.
No.
Because from his throw, it didn't even look like he was trying to hit any cutoff man. He was trying to throw it straight to third base. We now get to Sasha Therolt, the number 7 hitter in the order.
He's had a fine tournament. Terolf is hitting 400, 4 for 10. See if he can bring the runner home. Playing left field today. There is a wind. The wind is picking up, so it's not easy. Even the routine fly balls are going to be a little bit tricky with it. That ball, as you know, Derek, in the outfield, it can really move with the slightest wind.
Well, even in foul territory it can, as we've seen already in this game. As Therolt chases a high one, and Bellas, with his 4th strikeout of the game, gets the team out of a bit of a jam. So both teams have now sent runners to third base, but no runners have come across, and it's still scoreless.
Antolovich steps to the plate to start off bottom of the 2nd inning. Takes the ball low. Antolovich hitting .375 this tournament. He does have a home run, threat to go deep.
He gets a piece of that pitch, and it's 1-2.
Well, both teams threatening here in the first 2 innings, but the score is still 0-0.
A big cut and another strikeout in this game. We're seeing quite a pitcher's duel so far between Bellas and Walter.
Nice change of speeds there by Walter. Antolovich way out in front of that one.
Now Luka Mekdic, the first baseman for Croatia.
Mekdic hitting .385, takes a ball.
Called strike, 1-1. fouled off, 1 and 2. So Walter again with 2 strikes on a hitter. Ground ball at the middle. Tough play there at shortstop. Over to first base for the out. That's Schmidt with the play there, moving to his left.
Oh, not an easy play there. It goes into the hole between second and short. It makes an off-balance throw to first and just gets the runner. Very nice play. Here we see it again. Right up the middle. I thought that was going to be a hit.
Well, I was thinking even if he got to it, he might not have a play at first base there. Juraj Sinkovic, now the batter for Croatia, takes a strike.
Sinkovic hitting .235 to this point.
He gets a piece of that one, and it could be trouble. Walter tries to get it himself, but no chance to get the play at first base. It's an infield single for Sinkovic.
That was a tough one. The only real chance that Walter had was with that one would be to let it drop and see if the spin will take it foul, because there's no way he was going to be able to throw out the runner at first.
I'm not sure it would have gone foul. It looked like it was too far away from the foul lines already to do that.
Exactly.
Marko Ivancic. And he hits that one. Looks like it'll be going out of play, and it is. Going on it. Throw down to second base. Cannot hold on to the ball, though.
And second base has popped up. We've seen this happen a few times during this tournament. I don't think that even if he had held on to the ball, he would have been able to get him out. It was a bang-bang play, but it looked like the runner's leg got in there first.
Well, Schwann, the German catcher, got the throw away quickly, got it down there, but Sinkovic has some speed. He showed that on the infield hit that he legged out, and it wasn't even close at first base. And this one, he shows that he got speed and got down to second. Ivancic fouls off another pitch. Still 1 and 2.
Now with the second inning in a row, the Croatians have got a runner in scoring position. We'll see if they can deliver him this time.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. So once again, Walter gets himself out of trouble with a strikeout, and we're still scoreless after 2 innings.
Playo.tv live broadcasting.
Not bad behind. Ganz neue Saches.
Karsten Myers Soccer's up to bat. He's got one hit and 14 at bats this tournament.
And he hits that one, but it's right at the shortstop. Gonna be trouble. Gets the out. That's Berish, the shortstop for Croatia.
Nice play there by Berish. We've seen a nice play by Schmidt, his counterpart in the German team, and that one Berish had to charge that and throw it on the run.
It looked like he was playing pretty deep there. Kevin Schwegel now, the German batter, number 9 hitter in the lineup. A ground ball to third base. Antolovic, the throw to first, gets the out.
Nice play there by Antolovic. He had only one chance, that to basically barehand that and throw it, but if we see a replay of that, he waited for the hop, waited for the ball to come down, and rifled it to first, just in time.
So back to the top of the German order.
Schmidt struck out his first time up.
Shows bunt. Takes a called strike. One and one. That one misses outside too. 2 and 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And he hits that one. It's a foul ball, but it might be playable. It bounces in there. We had 3 Croatian defensive players giving chase, and nobody could get to it. That's a tough area to get to a foul ball, though.
That seems to be the one spot. You hit the ball that high, seems to be the one spot on the field where a player's not going to be able to catch it.
We've noted before in this tournament that there's a lot of foul room down the lines. Now, not only is that a factor for foul balls being popped up, but if you manage to hit a fair ball that hooks around third base or first base and gets down into the corner, it can be real trouble to get it in and before the batter gets at least a triple, and if the guy's got speed, can be an inside the park home run. Well, Schmidt, the count is now full on him. Ground ball right back to Bellas. Throw to first and gets the out. So the Germans go down in order in the top of the 3rd inning.
Većina vas je upoznala, vi gornji dio line-upa. Upoznali ste pitchera, ajde, sad ću gledati. Strčat se van. To mi je još tu. Sve najte se sjedi. Ne treba da traje. Možete da strčit, možete da svega dole. Ajmo Špeko, mači to sad.
Bat number 12, Ivan Berish.
Wolfgang Walter ready to pitch his third inning. And Berish now, the batter. Ivan Berish, the shortstop. At the bottom of the Croatian lineup. He fouls it. That might have hit him. Now the throw by the catcher Schwan pulls the first baseman off the bag, but the German players think that that ball hit the batter in the box, either in the box or out of the box, and I think it did. I'm not sure if he was in the box or out of the box when it hit him.
Well, they're going to discuss this. They may have a point.
Of course, if they'd managed to get the out at first base, they would have insisted that it didn't hit him.
Well, Berish hesitated in the box, which makes you think that it actually did hit him.
It looked, the ball changed direction, and I think it.
They're going to give him first base, though. It's an infield single.
Well, here we go. We're going to see that again. That's hard to tell from there.
I even think the first baseman had kept his.
Well, I was wondering about that. I'm not sure it was. It might have been a little bit off the bag. It's hard to tell there.
I think he was definitely pulled off the bag, but I think when he caught the ball, he still had contact with the bag, but not an easy call for the umpire to make.
Well, in any case, the Croats have the leadoff hitter aboard in the third inning.
Kaminsky struck out his first time.
This seems like it's Dario Gusdan up to bat. This is number 10. Now, I don't know why they would make a pinch hitter in this situation, but in any case, it's 0-2.
No, Gusdan's hitting 364.
That's outside, 1-2. Chases a pitch in the dirt and strikes out. Throw back to first base. Safe. So Walter gets the strikeout. And Christian Bellas, the pitcher, now coming to bat.
Bellas had that nice shot to right center. He turned a single into a double in the first inning. Berish may be going here. He's been getting a good jump. We'll see if the the Croatians be able to repeat their success of stealing.
Gets a piece of that one, 0-2. High pitch pops it up. It could be trouble. Gets to the gap. It's extra bases. And it could be going all the way to score. Berish scores the first run of the game on a double to right center field by Bellas. Scores all the way from first base.
Well, second double of the game for Bellas. This one more of a conventional double hit in the gap. Makes it all the way to the wall. And we see him help his cause, put a run on the board, and the Croatians are threatening to put on more here.
The Jerbic fouls off the first pitch. He's in pretty much the same situation he was in the last time up.
Last time up, he had struck out with a runner in scoring position, so you're right, Derek.
Chases a pitch outside, so he's behind 0-2 now this time.
Well, these are the big hitters for the Croatians. The Jerbic boys have got to come through.
Misses low and away, 1-2. Gets a piece of that one, and it goes into center field. Could be trouble, a bit of a bobble, and in comes Bellon to score the run. I'm not sure, even if it was fielded cleanly, whether he would have been able to stop him there and cut down that run. So an RBI single for Jerbic.
Bellas wasn't sure if this ball was going through. He didn't want to get hung up between the bases with one out, so he had to wait to see if he made it through, but luckily for him, the center fielder Holtzporth was unable to field that cleanly, but I think you're right, Derek. I think they were going to send him no matter what.
Now the other Jerbic, Domagoj, up to bat. Croatia now with a 2-0 lead.
Well, that's what they need from her boy, Jerbic, that kind of clutch hitting with runners in scoring position.
In there for a strike. So Walter again 0-2 on the hitter. One and two, and sometimes there's somebody screaming with every pitch, and I'm not sure if that's the umpire calling strike or not. I think there's somebody in one of the dugouts trying to call strikes. That one looked like it was low, but he got a piece of it and fouled away.
Just fighting off, just barely getting a piece of that. German team shifted slightly to right field. Lots of room down the left field line.
Gets another piece of that one.
Nice.
Walter looks like he's trying to, he does not want to go upstairs on Jerbic.
Yeah, he's keeping it low and away.
Fouls another one off as at 2-2, Jerbic putting up a good battle.
Well, he's seeing more and more pitches in the at-bat, becoming a little bit more familiar with what Walter has to offer.
Well, we saw from both teams the first time through the lineup, both pitchers pretty much went through it without much trouble. That one's low, and the count now full.
Hard to lay off that pitch, but he did. Change up low and away.
And he walks him. So first and second now, one out. So 2 on and 1 out. Daniel Antolovic, the Croatian third baseman, will be the batter.
Antolovic struck out his first time up. We'll see if he can come through here.
Called strike. Oh, and 2 as we get a good look at Holt Sports in the foreground here. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. And he hits that one, could be trouble. Schmidt just gets his glove on it, but can't hang on. That was a tough play, and the bases are now loaded.
Just out of the reach of Schmidt. The runner on second was actually going back to the bag, thinking he was going to make that play, and there was almost a play at third base on a force out.
That's a tough play for the base runner, because, yeah, you do when you don't know which way it's going to go. And there was a potential for it to be caught, but it certainly was not an automatic play. So with the bases loaded, Luka Mektic is now the batter.
Mektic grounded out to the shortstop.
That'll score a run this time, though. And that goes off the third baseman and into center field, and this could be score 2 runs. Play at third base, not in time. Mektic gets to second base on a 2-run single.
A big
Both
hit there.
Yerbich brothers scoring on that hit.
Big 1-out hit there by Mektic. Scores 2 and gets himself, is able to get into scoring position, so runners on second and third now.
Schwechel, the third baseman, got a glove on it, but couldn't, and it ricocheted off of him and into center field, and that was trouble for everybody, because it went to a spot where there was really nobody close.
Well, we've seen that before in these games. A ricochet has helped the fielders. In this case, it actually, redirecting the ball like that, ended up hurting the defensive team. Otherwise, that's a pretty hard ground ball to the left fielder, and you may have just 1 run scoring.
So a defensive conference by the Germans, as the Croats now with 4 runs in this inning, wanting to break this game open. Still 1 out and 2 runners in scoring position for Juraj Sinkovic.
Well, I think you're right. I think this is the second time through in this, seeing this Walter, and the Croatians are starting to figure him out.
Ground ball to shortstop. Schmidt again. He'll go for first, but not in time. And it looks like they're going to get another couple runs in. And he slides into second under the tag. The throw was there in time, but I think the call was correct. I think he slid under the tag. So Germany's defense failing them a little bit at this point.
Well, some aggressive running there by the Croatians.
Very aggressive on the base paths they've been this inning.
Absolutely. They're taking everything that's being given to them and trying to exploit it. Here we see the ground ball. A little bit of a hesitation bobble there at shortstop. Runner safe. Alertly, runner from second going to third. Goes home on the overthrow. no hesitation whatsoever on the base paths here.
Well, look, I don't think some of the decisions that the Germans have made is bad. They've just, their throws have just not been online, and that's cost them. But Sinkovic sure showed speed getting down there to first base.
Second time on base today for Sinkovic. Had a hit the first time up.
The score now 6-0, and there's still only one out. And Marko Ivancic is now the batter for Croatia. And he's got a runner in scoring position too. And he shows bunt. Sinkovic down to third base with a steal.
Nice play there. You show bunt, you draw the third baseman in, and if the shortstop doesn't get over there to cover third, you've got a free steal.
Fouls it off. Well, he's going to try to score on this, but I thought maybe he fouled it off, but maybe not.
And that steal of third base now.
So Sinkovic scores the 7th Croatian run. That might have hit the glove of Schwan. One and two. A strikeout for Walter for the second out of the inning. The base is now empty.
Second time Ivancic has gone down in strikes. Nice change up there by Walter.
Marko, sve okej, Ranera smo plaknuli na treću na kuću.
Barish had a hit this first time up, and I think it was this inning. I think he started off the rally.
Swing and a miss. 2-1 the count. So called third strike. Walter gets a couple of strikeouts to get out of the inning, but that was a big inning for Croatia, putting 7 runs across the plate. And the Germans are now going to have to score some runs if they want this game to go beyond 5 innings.
Playo.tv live broadcasting.
So we saw some of the highlights there of that 7-run Croatian inning. Christian Belas now has a comfortable lead to work with, and he's a part of the reason why he has that lead with the offense he provided.
He's been strong on both sides, shutting out the Germans and also starting a couple of rallies. 2 shots to the outfield.
That pitch is on the corner, so 1-2 now the count to Matura.
Matura struck out his first time up. See if the Germans can have a little bit more success. This is their second time around against Belas.
As I said, they're going to have to because they're now in a situation, the 7-run difference, and Matura strikes out for the first out of the inning. This is now the top of the 4th inning, and they're going to have to get some runs in either this inning or the next inning to extend it beyond 5 innings. Felix Schwan, the catcher now.
Wind continues to blow in from the outfield. So they're going to have, they're thinking long ball, they're going to have the work cut out for them.
So a 4-pitch walk to Schwan. So that's the start the Germans want this inning because they do need base runners.
Nice at bat there by Schwan. Just trying to get it, something started, get on base.
Korsten. Holtzports, the center fielder, now the batter.
Holtzports walked his first time up.
A bit of trouble with that pitch, and Schwan down to second base, even looking to third. They're going to throw down there. Jorbic, the catcher. Jorbic got a glove on that pitch. It was a little bit outside. I think it would be scored a pass ball. He gets the corner. It's 1-1. Fouled away. And a strikeout by Bellan to get the first out of this 4th inning, second out. Jonas Habik now the batter. A big cut there, 0-1.
Well, the Germans have to do something to get 1 run. here so they can at least try to extend this game. 2 outs, it's hard to get creative.
Little ground ball, infield could be trouble, throw to first base, gets the out, so the Germans get a runner aboard, but cannot put him across, and they still trail 7-0 in the middle of the fourth.
Now at bat number 10, Dario Gustin.
Gustin leads off the bottom of the fourth inning with a single into center field. So looks like the Croats picking up right where they left off here in the fourth inning.
Struck out the first time out, but he came out first ball hunting this time, drilled it right up the middle, and the Croats look to tack on some runs here.
Now Bellas, the pitcher, who's been a threat at the plate as well, throw down to first.
That's right, Derek. This has been the big gun. 2 drives to the outfield. He turned a single into a double his first time up, and then hit one to the gap to the wall to score a run his second time.
And that hits him. So he's only getting to first base this time. But Croatia now have runners at first and second and nobody out, with the number 3 hitter coming up now, Hrvoje Jerbic.
Jerbic hit RBI single last time up, struck out his first time.
He fouls that pitch off, and I think the runners are going to be sent back. He swung at it anyway. Did it?
He did swing, but I'm not sure it made contact with the bat. It looks like they're going to call it just a strike that went off the catcher's glove.
Well, the pitch was definitely outside the strike zone. And here the brothers moving again. And the 8th Croatian run scores on the wild pitch.
The throw back from the catcher actually hit the runner, and Bellas was thinking actually to score on that play, but stayed at third base. But at any rate, 8-0 now, and even a steeper hill for the Germans to climb back if they're going to get back into this game.
But there's no reason for Bellas to be that risky with nobody out. He's going to score on this play as another drive into center field. Bella scores easily on that RBI single by Jerbic.
Well, Jerbic got that right off the end of the bat. Just was able to muscle it into the outfield. And as you said, Bellas with no problem scoring from third, so good decision to stay there at third base on that pass ball.
Well, they seem to really be hitting Volter hard now. So with that in mind, and with now a 9-0 lead, there's really no reason for Croatia to be taking chances on the bases. Just station to station ball now.
Domingo Jerbic had his walk his last time up.
Ground ball to first base. That was Meyer Sochers with field it, touched the bag. Of course, that took the force play off, and they had to put the tag on Jerbic at second. They didn't get it, so he advances to second base.
They put the tag on second a little bit late at second base. Good try, bang bang play.
He hits that one hard to left field. It might stay in the park. Oh, it's gone. With the wind, I didn't know if that was going to carry out of here, but it does. And that's Daniel Antolovic. And this is now an 11-0 game. And it looks like that is the ball game. So I suppose the rule is 10 runs after 4 innings.
And the first walk-off we've seen in these rounds of the tournament. What a way to end the game. And you're right, he put a charge into that with the wind blowing in. You have to hit that ball right on the button. He did.
It just cleared the fence, but it looked like the wind might kill that one and keep it in the park, but he got enough on it. So hard to believe that with the way the first 2 innings went, it looked like we'd be going the distance for this one, but 7 runs in the 3rd inning and then 4 runs in the 4th inning. And that's all Croatia needed to end this game in 4 innings. So that means that Croatia finish 7th, Germany 8th, and coming up in 1 o'clock, we've got about an hour and 25 minutes from now, will be a game between the Netherlands and Denmark, and that's a huge game because the winner of that game will play in the finals tonight against the Czech Republic. So we'll see you in about 85 minutes.
Playo.tv, live broadcasting.
Evo desno iznad svih